One of the hardest events in Arknights has finally hit our shores. This is Stultifera Navis, and we're going to start off the guide series with SN-7 because this is posing as a trouble for many people. The reason for that is that the boss is featuring himself in this stage. He doesn't show off all of his forms, but even within the first form of himself, it's already very scary because of the high amount of stats he has. Don't be fooled by the D- that you see over here, because that's only what happens when he first spawns. But later on, he becomes a freaking monster that no one wants to see. We're gonna understand how to deal with all these enemies as I explain the stage when we're playing just in a little bit. So, when you're clearing in this stage, since this is a non-farming stage, I don't advise you to build some really good trust farm here and there. The good farming stages are in SN-8, 9, and 10. So get this stage done and dusted, clear it once and never look back at it. That's why, if you want to make your life easier, I would recommend that you borrow a 6-star. So you want a Surtur on skill tree rank 7. In order to borrow a 6-star, you need an E2 operator within your account. And yes, rank 7 is gonna work just fine. So even if you don't have any friends in the game right now, you can borrow from a non-friend for this particular Surtur. For all the other operators you see here, just get operators of the same branch. So for example, if you see Jessica has a branch of Marksman Sniper, so long as you replace her with other Marksman Sniper that you have built, so with things like Blue Poison, Axia, Aketo, those sort of options, you can feel free to just do the replacement. Higher rarity operators are gonna have an easier time to deal with the stage. So same for your slow supporter, a Protector, Guardian, a Core Caster, and the Medic as well, along with the Pioneer Vanguard. You can replace the operators with other branches of the same class, as long as you understand what's going on in the stage. 9 operators, let me show you how to do it. There are no artifacts taken into the stage. I did not bring any attachments so that you guys can clear this purely without understanding any of the extra mechanics. So, begin the stage with a Pioneer Vanguard so that you can generate some DP. Then place a Sniper here. So snipers are really good on the left side of the map because all the enemies on the left have weaker defense. Place another Sniper over there, along with a slower supporter. Then place a healing defender right behind Courier, and be prepared to heal Courier whenever you need to. And also put a Core Caster right here. Right, so let me give some healing. Very, very nicely done. So Courier's skill is going to pop up again in a little bit. All my operators here are skill rank 7 by the way. Okay, when you have about enemy count 13 to 15-ish, place a defender over here. Feel free to use your Orchid skill if you feel that any of the enemies are going past really quickly. Next, place a Surtur right behind this defender as well. Then, feel free to activate Surtur's skill. There's gonna be another big guy that's spawning. Now the thing about the big guy that spawns is that when you down his HP to half HP, he's able to spawn Netherseal Brand. But if you kill him at the red box, he won't be able to do so, which is the secret technique to deal with this stage. Now you can remove Surtur, and you can see how nice and clean the right side of the map is. So we're gonna wait until Surtur is able to spawn again. You can remove Steward now. Now, notice this guy has a little bubble along with the guy on the top right. So when the enemies with the bubble above their heads die, they will leave a remain. And the remain is what the boss can eat. So the boss will not be able to eat all the remains on the map. He will choose the remain that is closest towards him. So in this case, by killing the guy on the top right, this is the remain that the boss is going to eat later on, which this remain will give him increased defense and block count. This is good because we're gonna use Surtur to kill him. If you let the boss eat the remain on the bottom left, that's gonna give him increased resistance, which is not what we want because we're gonna use Surtur. Now put your Steward right here, and you can remove Surtur as well. Alright, so notice how there's this little plus sign over here. So this means that this is the remain that the boss is going to eat. Any operators within the plus sign will be removed when the boss spawns, so be very careful. Use your Orchid skill to just slow down this guy more. He has very, very, very high dodge. If you feel that he's not dying, you can use this to stun him. So something to know about the dodge enemies. You can counter them. Oh, remove Stewart, by the way. Remove Stewart, remove Cruz, remove Jessica, and remove Orchid. Everything on the left side except the healer. Alright? So, the enemies with dodge can have their dodge removed if you stun them, sleep them, bind them, anything. Levitate them, except slow. Any kind of negative ailment that you can do, you want to freeze them as well, they will all work out in this stage. Interesting thing for you to note. Now you can remove Hibiscus also, not needed anymore. And then place Courier right here. You can place Surtur. So prepare some of your operators. I'm gonna place Jessica here, along with Cruz as well. So just like that. I'm gonna turn on Surtur's skill when the boss is nearby. So you can see this little blue aura that's spawning from the enemies. This blue aura means that they have the dodge chance. But if you were to stun them, you will see that the dodge chance is removed for that period of time. So that's what you want to note in this stage. Now if you take this particular item and you push it against the wall, this will cause the dodge to be a longer period of time. Or that's if you have the artifact, but it's okay. You still stun them anyway so that you give an easier time for your operators to deal with the problem. Alright? You can put a Beagle here to help out. I put an Orchid as well because the boss was attacking my Surtur. And just like that. So feel free to do the stun. Alright, stun again so that you remove their dodge chance. Stun again. Just like that. That's how you do this stage. So get yourself a nice little Surtur. While you put Surtur right over there, be very careful that the boss is attacking her. If you want to put some baits, that would be pretty good. Alright? Hopefully this helps you to clear SN-7. If not, I shall see you in the next stage guide. SN-10. Horrific stage. Bye-bye!